भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं साजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। So today we decided we'll do the 17th chapter, an overview. Also we'll go step by step through all the slokas. Actually it's not many, it's about 28, one of the shortest chapter. So we will just read the translations and then we'll go to the PowerPoint. We'll switch between both.
Do you want to read or you want everyone to read one?
Yeah, everybody can read also. That is better.
Okay, so but then you tell the names actually who should read. It'll be easier.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to know who all are there.
Mhm.
Or I know actually who all are
Yeah,
there.
you can just call out the names and then.
Okay. I'll go by the line. So Anju Didi, you can read the first one.
Everybody can read two slokas at least.
Yeah, two you can read.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Arjuna said, "O Krishna, what is the situation of one who does not follow the principles of scripture, but worships according to his own imagination? Is he in goodness, in passion, or in ignorance?" One more. The Supreme Lord said, "According to the modes of nature acquired by the embodied soul, one's faith can be of three kinds: goodness, passion, or ignorance. Now hear about these." Hare Krishna.
Atama, meer cheptara?
So ikkada he's talking about faith. Now this is a very broad topic. Everybody says, oh, you can worship whatever way you feel like. You feel like worshipping the Lord in this way.
ఒక్క నిమిషం అత్తమ్మ, ఆయన మాట్లాడుతున్నారు. ఆ తర్వాత 2 శ్లోకాలు మీరు చెప్పండి, ఆయన చెప్పేటప్పుడు.
3 and 4.
ఇప్పుడు కాదు, ఆయన చెప్తే అప్పుడు.
సరే.
Okay.
So you can see in the here also I wrote about how can make it big. So faith Krishna మాట్లాడుతున్నాడు. He's talking about faith is also divided into 3 ways. అసలు క్వశ్చన్ ఏంటి అంటే హీస్ ఆస్కింగ్ అసలు ఎవరికైనా ఎలాగైనా వర్షిప్ చేసుకోవచ్చా? ఎనీబడి కెన్ వర్షిప్ ఇన్ ఎనీ వే వితౌట్ ఫాలోయింగ్ స్క్రిప్చర్? సో దాట్ వాస్ అ క్వశ్చన్ అర్జున ఆస్క్డ్. సో దానికి కృష్ణ ఇస్ సేయింగ్ ఇట్ ఇస్ ఫెయిత్ ఇస్ డివైడెడ్ ఇంటూ త్రీ వేస్. ఎలాగా? సత్వగుణం, రజోగుణం, తమోగుణంలో ఉన్న వాళ్ళకి ముగ్గురికి 3 రకాల ఫెయిత్ ఉంటుంది. జస్ట్ లైక్ కలర్, యూ కెన్ సీ 3 రంగులు కలిపితే రకరకాలు ఎలాగైతే వస్తున్నాయో అలాగే ఈ ఫెయిత్ కూడా అన్ని యాక్చువల్గా ఫెయిత్ ఒక్కటే కాదు అన్ని. బట్ ఇక్కడ స్పెసిఫిక్ గా ఫెయిత్ గురించి మాట్లాడుతున్నాం. ఎందుకు ఒకళ్ళు ఒక పర్టికులర్ వర్షిప్ చేస్తారు? Some people worship even demons. Some people worship movie stars. Some people will worship different things you can see in the world. Man chuttu chuste andarki ardhamautundi. So we'll go back to the reason why Krishna is saying like that. Actually, ee moodu all put together, trigunas, they are the curtain. So Kunti prayers, when we read, she makes a very nice prayer. She refers to this as Maya Javanikachannam. Maya Javanikachannam means a curtain of illusion which is covering all of us, separating us from Krishna. So Kunti refers to Trigunas as like a curtain. Okay. So she calls it as Maya Javanikachannam. Ajnanam adokshajam avyayam. ఈ curtain puts us in అజ్ఞానం. We cannot perceive the అధోక్షజ. అధోక్షజ అంటే మన ఇంద్రియాలతో గ్రహించగలిగేది గ్రహించగలనిది, గ్రహించలేనిది కృష్ణుడు అధోక్షజుడు. సో మనకేంటి, ఓన్లీ త్రూ అవర్ సెన్సెస్ వాట్ ఎవర్ వీ కెన్ సీ వీ కెన్ అండర్స్టాండ్. బట్ కృష్ణ is beyond the perception of the senses. So she referred to him like that. So this is a curtain. 3 modes of material nature is a curtain.
So adokshaja meaning is that?
One who cannot be perceived by the senses. How do I go back? Okay. ఇప్పుడు 3 and 4 చదువు.
ఇందులో తెలుగా ఏంటి ఇంగ్లీషా?
ఇంగ్లీషే.
తెలుగు
అమ్మో చదవగలనా?
ఓకే, అయితే మీరు చెప్పండి,
చూస్తాను,
ట్రై చేయండి.
ఏది?
3 and
4.
3 and 4, 17:3. ఓకే. హరే కృష్ణ. According to one's existence under the various modes of nature, one evolves their practice
particular
kind of them, particular kind of faith. Faith. The living being is said to be of a particular faith according to the mode he has acquired. హరే కృష్ణ. ఇంకొకటి కూడా చదవనా? Men in the mode of goodness worship the demigods. Those in the mode of passion worship the demons, and those in the mode of ignorance worship ghosts and spirits. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So here you can see according
Prabhuji,
to
I think half screen. Full screen is not on my mobile.
Yeah, it's coming like that only.
Undergoes severe. Okay.
Not serious,
When
various.
it
Now,
is
now it
not
is better.
clear.
No, not clear. You are on the mobile, is it?
Yes, I'm always on the mobile. That is my problem.
No, it's okay. You can still see. You
No,
can, Haribol, what you did no just now, it was better actually to make the yeah, the font is bigger. You can make it
Yeah.
more bigger. Can you make it
nee,
even more bigger?
now I can see those who undergo severe osteoarthritis. Now I can see.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Ji, please.
So
Wait,
this
Prabhu
point
will.
is clear. This point is clear. So those who are in Sattva they are worshipping the demigods. They are those who are in passion, they are worshipping
Demons,
demons. And those who are in the mode of ignorance,
ignorant.
they are worshipping ghosts and spirits.
My God.
But the third point is very important. The third point, the living being is said to be of a particular faith according to the modes he has acquired. So the mode that the living entity is in that mode, he acquires a faith.
So,
That's
in
what it
other
is saying.
words, you can graduate, you can develop your faith by changing your modes. By good association, you can change. So, there are 18 Puranas. So, when Vyasadeva wrote 18 Puranas, he is addressing people in all the three modes of material nature, and he has written all the 18 Puranas. You want to see the 18 Puranas? Just for interest. These are the 18 Puranas. You can see?
Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu.
So, the Skanda Purana, Bhagavad Purana, Markandeya Purana, Linga Purana, Vishnu Purana, Vayu Purana, Padma Purana, Narada Purana, Garuda Purana, Brahmanda Purana, Agni Purana, Bhavishya Purana, Durvasa Purana, Padma Purana, Varaha Purana, Adhya Purana, Matsya, Kurma, Brahma Vaivarta, Shiva, Narasimha, Vamana, Naradiya, and Kalika. So, these 18 Puranas are subdivided, six Puranas for each guna. So, Satvika Puranas, Rajasika Puranas, and Tamasic Puranas. So all five have some things in common, which is like it discusses about the lineage, about the Manvantara cycles, about the higher upper planetary systems. There are some elements which are common, but Bhagavad Purana is a Amala Purana. Amala Purana means spotless Purana. Because
It's
he
not
wrote
one of the
this.
18. It's not one of the 18.
It is.
Bhagavad Mahapurana is the one which we are referring to.
Yeah.
Srimad Bhagavatam.
Hmm.
Okay.
But he wrote this in the maturity. That's the last Purana he wrote.
Okay.
Bhagavad Purana. And then there is nothing. He then finally concludes, if somebody goes through Bhagavad Purana, there is no need to refer to any other Purana. Because it's a condensed version of everything, what he has to say. And of course, everything else is explained to Brahma by Vishnu. And Brahma himself explained this to Narada. And Narada told, and Brahma told, now I have explained everything. Now you expand it in a particular way so that your disciples will understand. So Narada gave the same instruction to Vyasa, and he told, now you explain it to your disciples in such a way that they can understand. So Brahma condensed everything and he just told like Chatur Sloka. That's it, 4 slokas. Now you understand everything. So Narada understood and then he expanded the whole thing. So any question here?
But we don't know in this which ones are, the categorization is not done.
All Vishnu Puranas are Sattvic Puranas. Like for example, Garuda
Narsim,
Purana, Padma Purana, Matsya Purana, Narsimha Purana, Varaha
Vamana.
Purana, Vamana Purana. These are all Vaishnava, Sattvic Puranas.
Hmm.
ఇక్కడ 16 ఉన్నాయి.
How many are there?
17
1, 2?
17 ఉన్నాయి.
No, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
6
7,
6 5
8.
ఉన్నాయిరా.
8, huh?
No.
8 threes are 8?
8.
Huh?
Oh.
1, 2, 3,
1, 2,
4,
3,
5, 6,
5,
7,
6. 6
8.
threes are 18. Here.
The third one is 5 only కదా.
No.
అంటే ఇంకా పక్కన ఉన్నాయా?
1, 2,
Yeah, this
3,
is
4,
18
5,
actually.
6. 18.
షో లెస్ అని వచ్చింది. షో లెస్.
So less కాదు, so more. ఇక్కడ వరకే.
No, but go.
See what I'm highlighting are the ones.
Yeah, but there are other Puranas also.
It's a repetition.
చెప్పిన మత్స్య పురాణం ఇందులో
Maybe
లేదు.
it's repetition or something, or
వామన పురాణం కూడా లేదు ఇందులో.
Vaman Purana is in the right side last.
వామన ఇక్కడ ఉంది,
వరాహ పురాణ,
వరాహ
ఆది
ఉంది,
పురాణ,
మత్స్య ఇక్కడ
పద్మ
ఉంది.
మహా,
Yeah.
మత్స్య.
మత్స్య
Maybe
ఉంది.
this place, whatever it is.
ఓకే, నో ప్రాబ్లం. అవి
Yeah,
చెప్తున్నాం
we
కదా.
don't know exactly. Go
Yeah.
down and see in the Wikipedia. What does it say? Puranas. This. Yeah. What are the names of the 18 Puranas? You can see. No, go back. It was written actually over there at the back. Go back. Yeah, the next question it says, what are the names of the 18 Puranas?
Yeah.
ఫస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్ అదే.
You can make it bigger, huh? Vishnu, Matsya, Bhavishya Puran, Kurma Puran, Garuda Puran, Varaha Puran, Agni Puran, Vamana Puran, Mahabhagavad Puran, Skanda Puran, Shiva Puran,
బ్రహ్మాండ పురాణ్,
Brahmanda
మార్కండేయ
Puran,
పురాణ్, లింగ
Markandeya
పురాణ్, వాయు పురాణ్,
Vayu Puran,
నారదీయ
Naradiya
పురాణ్,
Puran.
బ్రహ్మ వైవర్తపురం, పద్మ పురాణ్.
Yeah.
So these are the Puranas. So Vyasadeva has written for each guna. So somebody, okay, then he will explain why he is written like that. Why Krishna, what is referring to. We'll go back to this look. 5 and 6.
Yeah, Rita Mataji, आप बोलेंगे 5 and 6? 5, 6 and 7 also you can say. Rita Mataji?
She is there.
Yeah. Oh.
Forgot to unmute. Sorry, I forgot to unmute. Just
Okay.
a minute.
Okay.
5 and 6. Those who undergo severe austerities and penances, not, and then I cannot see the screen.
Not recommended.
But screen is only up to this much.
Oh. Can you
That is
push the screen more down, Haribol? Can you push it? Yeah. Can you see now?
I can read up to your austerities and CH, not more.
Oh. Can somebody else read who can see?
నేను చదవనా?
Why?
చదవండి.
చదవండి. లక్ష్మి ఆంటీ చదువుకుంటారు. చదవండి.
17.7 అదే కదా? 5,
Yeah.
6.
5,
17,
6.
5 and
5, 6. 5, 6 and 7.
Okay. Those who undergo severe austerities and penances are penances not recommended in the scriptures, performing them out of pride, egotism, lust, and attachment, who are impelled by passion and who torture their bodily organs as well as the super soul dwelling within, are to be known as demons.
Demons.
demons. Even food of which all partake is of three kinds, according to the three modes of material nature. The same is true of sacrifices, austerities, and charity. Listen, and I shall tell you of the distinctions of these.
Correct. So,
Hare Krishna.
so Arjuna's question was very specific. He was asking about, can people worship in any way they want without following scripture? So Krishna is answering here, yes, there are people who are those people who will not care for scripture, those who are acting out of ego and pride. They will make up their own penances. Just like all the demons we know from the scripture, Hiranyakashipu and all these great demons, they make up their own Ravanasura. You know, we hear from Ramayana that he actually pulled out cut his stomach and he pulled out all the intestines and he played music to please Lord Shiva. So these things are not there. This is not a recommendation by the scripture. When Hiranyakashipu was standing on one leg and torturing the body, his body was almost like, you know, it's
Skeleton.
bare bones, just bare bones. And everything was getting eaten up by the insects. And such type of penances are not recommended. Penances are recommended according to the pure devotee's instruction. Like Dhruva Maharaj, he was given instruction by Narad Muni how to meditate on Vishnu. So that is completely in Sattva-guna. It's beyond Sattva-guna because it is under the direction of a pure devotee. So such things are different, and these people also are doing, but why are they doing it? Why are they doing it? Because they are obsessed to getting material benefits. That is the reason they are doing it. Krishna explain, continue, he'll continue. So not only faith, now Krishna talks about food, about sacrifice, about austerity and charity also. This is also divided into three gunas. So somebody want to give charity, he wants only name and fame. He wants his recognition. నా పేరు రావాలి, మా ఫ్యామిలీ ఎంత పెద్దదో నీకు తెలుసా, నేను ఎంత గొప్పవాడినో తెలుసా అని చెప్పుకోవడానికి చారిటీ చేస్తారు. వై? బికాస్ దే ఆర్ ప్రొపెల్డ్ బై మోడ్ ఆఫ్ passion and ignorance. So like that. So 1 second. Let me see if I made it. Yeah, so worship, all three I have summarized here. Those who worship demigods, they are in the mode of goodness. So this is called Panchopasana. So there are two methods of worship recommended in the scripture, which is called Pravritti Marga and Nivritti Marga. One is path of enjoyment, one is path of renunciation. So even on the path of enjoyment, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, which is a normal way, which is recommended in other ages, in Satyuga, Treta Yuga and Dwapar Yuga, people were following that method. In that method, there is a system where you worship the demigods and finally you worship Vishnu. So that is why the worship of Shiva, Shakti, Ganesh, Surya and Vishnu were the methods there, which is there in Panchopasanam. But that is not the recommended method for Kali Yuga. Because in Kali Yuga, there are these kind of worship is to be done under the guidance of a pure Brahmana, and we don't have such qualified Brahmanas. And people in Kali Yuga are very manipulative, because when you do dharma, you get artha, you get money, so that you can satisfy your kama. So the idea is keep on doing dharma, artha, kama, then finally your attention will go towards moksha. But people in Kali Yuga are very manipulative. They're, they know they know there is something called as moksha, but I don't want that. I only want artha, so that I can satisfy my kama. So that is their only purpose of following dharma. Hence, Vyasadeva himself rejected it. In Bhagavatam, second sloka itself, dharma progrita kaitavo atra paramo nirmatsaranam satam. So Kaitava Dharma, he is calling this method as Kaitava Dharma. So it is a higher form of worship, of worshipping Vishnu, and he is recommending that. And for people who are intelligent in Kali Yuga, will take to this form of worship. Even that is also mentioned in Bhagavatam. Yajanti hi sumedashaha. Sumedashaha means very intelligent people of Kali Yuga will come and take to the worship of Vishnu. Yagner Sankirtana prayer. So, what type of yajna they will do? Sankirtana yajna they will be doing. And Krishna explains here why are people doing in Rajoguna, they are only seeking personal gain. And that is the only reason they want to do this kind of worship.
So demons they are worshipping. Krishna is saying that they worship demons. So the explanation of demon is also given. Who are demons?
Yes.
Yeah. So those type of people they are worshipping.
They are worshipping. And then for worship of ghost, spirits, irrational practices, they are the ones who are inside Tamoguna only to hurt others. They do worship to hurt others. So it is a very, very degraded consciousness in the mode of.
But still, our Vyasadeva is not leaving anybody. He wants the people, even if you are doing that, he wants to upgrade those peoples.
Correct.
So that they have one, they have something that they can do. Isn't it like that also?
Yeah.
So he
Yes.
has given Puranas for everyone.
For everyone, to accommodate everyone. In fact, yesterday I was hearing there is one festival. I don't know the name in Tamil. They say maybe Anju.
Taibusam.
Taibusam.
Taibusam. It's Paurnami of Tai Masam. Means it starts after the thing.
So
Paush month, no, next month when it starts after that, Paurnami.
Okay. So in that, there are some, basically the story goes like this, that there is a demon who worships Brahma, similar to Hiranyakashipu. He asks, I should not be killed by anybody. Then Brahma says, no, that's not possible. So Brahma is used to this kind of requests. So then he says, okay, the demon thinks I can trick Brahma. And then he asks for a boon. Okay, then I should not be killed by anybody other than a son who is born of Shiva and Parvati. Because his idea is Shiva and Parvati will never have children. Because he is a supreme powerful being, for whatever reason, he had a calculation, they will never have children. So then this guy goes crazy and then he starts creating havoc. Then it becomes a big problem. Then again, Brahma has to devise some other technique. So he goes back to Shiva and he says, this is a boon I gave this guy and we are stuck with it. Now please do something. So Shiva, out of his own meditation, through his sweat, he creates Kartikeya. So now Kartikeya, small boy, he goes, now he tries to kill the demon, but then the demon doesn't die. Because why? Then Brahma remembers, oh, I gave this boon, this guy should be born out of both Shiva and Parvati. But Kartikeya is born only of Shiva, sweat. How is it possible? Then he goes back to Parvati. Then you do something else. Then she says, no problem. Then I will give that Kartikeya's sword is there, right? So that's out of her own body. She creates that and out of her Shakti, she gives Now you are a combination of both Shiva and Parvati. Now you can go and kill. So the guy goes and kills. So now that type of that celebration is observed on this day, whenever that is yesterday. But then the people who practice, they practice it in such a intense manner. They poke that sword or needle through their mouth.
Called a veil, sword,
Huh?
veil. That is the veil what Parvati gave, no? A smaller veil will be there.
Correct.
Poke, that veil they will poke.
Correct. So that only I'm
Yeah.
saying. So these are not very pleasing austerities. So these are not a type of austerities that people in Sattva Guna would be doing. That's the point. But they are accommodated. Even such people are also accommodated. That's what Aruna was trying to say. So offerings. So offerings also are everything is made into 3 gunas. Offerings made with devotion, purity, and adherence to scriptural guidelines. That's in 16. So they are offering for showy and ostentatious offerings for personal recognition and material gain. They want to show off. So that is another reason people in mode of passion, they are doing like that. And people in the mode of ignorance, they do irregular, inappropriate offerings without proper understanding. This is exactly how Krishna explained. And austerity, just now I spoke about austerity. They are doing out of driven by ego only. And for what is the desire? For power and self-centered, and that's their motive. Everything is centered around them. They want to be very powerful. But anything done in the mode of goodness is done for self-purification and for the glorification of Vishnu. So all the things, everything, even people try to do. So Bhagavad Dharma says, doesn't matter, even if you are in Rajoguna, even if you want recognition, even if you want power, no problem. You want to just worship Vishnu, you'll still get all those. But the difference is when you are worshipping Vishnu, Vishnu will make sure your basic root desire will be removed from you and he will give that to you. Just like Dhruva Maharaj. How did he approach Vishnu? He had a strong desire to become a very powerful king. In fact, more powerful than Brahma, more powerful than his father, Manu. He wanted to become so powerful. That was his only desire. But Narad Muni, he knows, oh, no problem. Whatever your reason is, come. I will teach you how to worship Vishnu. Then actually he gets Vishnu. Then Vishnu is in front of his eyes. Then his mouth is, he cannot open his mouth and talk. He was wonderstruck with the beauty of Vishnu. Then Vishnu says, I know you have some desire in your heart. For that reason only you called me. So tell, ask, no, what you want, you ask. Then he is like, no, I don't want. Then words are not coming out of his mouth. So Vishnu touches his head with the conch shell. And he starts talking so beautiful prayers. Dhruva Maharaj prayers are there. We can learn that again later. Then he says, what? I am looking for some broken pieces of glass. I found a diamond in front of me. I should be stupid to ask those things anymore. So what did Vishnu do? He removed the desire from Dhruva Maharaj that he wanted a big kingdom. So that is the beauty of worshipping Vishnu versus worshipping any other devata. Even Brahma, even Shiva will not do that. They will satisfy your desire. But that how much ever desire you get is satisfied, your desire will only increase. You will want more and more and more. It's like pouring ghee in fire. The fire will not decrease just because you put ghee. It is
Small
asking for
incidental.
ghee.
I want to tell one small incident. Yesterday, one of the devotees who came to our house, she has stayed in Mayapur for 12 days once, many years back when she was very young. And she said that I was chanting every day, 3 o'clock, waking up, going for Mangalarti, everything. And I was, so when they have lunchtime, she missed her lunch. So, and she was not even having money. She was like, in college going girl. And she prayed to Krishna. She said, "What is this? I've come over here. You're not, you please give me some food. I don't have any food." And to her surprise, she just prayed in front of the deity, and she was invited for a big feast. She said, I'm getting goose pimples even saying this. She said, if I would have, I'm chanting, I'm only, chanting, and I had a desire to eat something. I didn't think, I'll get a big feast, but I got a big feast. And I wanted to, and she ate it. She was very happy. She said, if I had gone over there, I would have got some khichdi. Here I got a very big feast. I was very happy. So she had a desire. 12 days she was there, no. So on Ekadashi day, what she did, she purposely didn't go to eat the food over there in the where they were giving free. She thought, let me test again if this works. To her surprise, it worked again. And she got a big feast of so many items. And she ate very sumptuously on Ekadashi day also. All Ekadashi items. Then she realized, what is this I'm asking? How silly I am to even ask like this. So, how did that happen? Just what Prabhu is telling, no? Same thing. With that, the desire is actually removed from our heart. That is what Krishna can do. That is so beautiful. And it made sense because it's the same topic we're talking. So, I wanted to share this with you. Yesterday only
Nice.
we heard. I'm
Yes.
sure that all of you have gone through that. So, just wanted to highlight, how the Lord actually changes our heart.
It
So
was nice to
Bhagavatam
hear.
says, yeah. So Bhagavatam says, Akama sarvakama moksha kama udharati tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusham param. Whether you have no kama, akama, sarva kama, you have all the kama. Moksha kama, you have only desire for moksha, doesn't matter. Whoever you are, yajeta purusham param. Parama purusha, you worship him. Then everything will be satisfied.
And the best part is she has heard somewhere she heard, that you should not have, if somebody has something, you should not have that, I should have that. She read somewhere long back during this, devotion time that she was, her cousin is actually a devotee in ISKCON. So that's how she has that connection. And she told, every time if that thought comes in my mind, oh, I don't have this, or that person has, immediately from the heart, the Lord gives her her the instruction that whatever somebody else gets it, it is what he deserves it. Whatever you got it, it is what you deserve it. So don't feel bad. It's okay. And she keeps herself calm with that. That makes her calm. So I just wanted to share, very nice. Like this. This is what is realization. This is true realization. This is self realization. And every one of us will get that 1111. These are diamonds, We will get these realizations. Some realization you have, some realization I have, some realization somebody else has. But when we hear about these realizations, it gives us immense pleasure. It gives us immense joy that what we are following is actually the right thing.
And it works.
And it works. 100% it works. If it has worked for somebody else, we just have to be in that, like how always we say, you just go the same route. You keep going this path. Result is same. Everybody will get that. Somebody will get first, somebody will get later. But 100% will get that.
So now about charity, the three divisions, you can only understand. So I don't have to repeat it, but you can tell in your own words. What does charity in the mode of goodness mean?
You have already given the answer over there. Anybody
Yeah.
can read and tell also.
Purity and knowledge.
Charity. Charity.
Dhanam.
గుడ్నెస్ లో దానం ఎలా ఉండాలి? ఎలాంటి దానం గుడ్నెస్ లో ఉంటది?
Purity.
ఏమి ఆశించకుండా చారిటీ. అటాచ్మెంట్ ఉండదు. 3 రకాలు యాక్చువల్ గా. ఆల్సో ఫర్ ప్యూరిఫికేషన్. షీఈస్ రైట్. ప్యూరిటీ అంటే ఫర్ ప్యూరిఫైయింగ్ అవర్ సెల్స్. చారిటీ ఏ దానం చేసినా, ఎనీథింగ్ ఇన్ డన్ ఇన్ సత్వగుణంలో you are doing for self purification and for pleasure of Vishnu, and with a clear understanding నేను దాతని కాదు. దాతని నేను కాదు, నేను నిమిత్త మాత్రుని మాత్రమే. Prabhupada gave this nice example that I shared other day. Suppose ఒక పాము వచ్చింది, కర్రతో కొట్టావు. సో పాముని ఎవరు కొట్టారు?
నేను కొట్టాను అంటే దోషం, దేవుడు నాతో చేయించాడు అనుకుంటే పాపం.
ఈ ఎగ్జాంపుల్లో కర్ర కొట్టిందా నువ్వు కొట్టావా పాముని?
దేవుడు కర్రతో నాతో కొట్టించాడు.
కరెక్ట్. సో మనం ఆ కర్ర అవ్వాలి. నేను ఈ కర్రని మాత్రమే. ఆ కర్రకి ఏం చేసే కెపాసిటీ లేదు. ఆ దేవుడు ఆ కర్రను పట్టుకొని కర్రతో పని చేపిస్తేనే అవుతుంది ఆ పని. అలాగా నేను ఆ కర్రని మాత్రమే అవ్వాలి అనుకుని ఉండడము, ఆ కాన్షియస్నెస్ ఈజ్ ఇన్ ద మోడ్ ఆఫ్ గుడ్నెస్.
Can you tell that in English also for everyone who didn't understand?
So I was saying, if you hit a snake with a stick, who did actually hit the snake? The stick or you?
The intention was done by the person who used the stick. Stick is only the mode.
Exactly. So the stick is never going to think I did the work.
Yes. And the stick cannot be blamed.
And stick cannot be blamed either.
Yeah.
Exactly. In that same manner, a devotee should become like a stick in the hand of Krishna. That means you have no ego. You are not thinking I did it. Moment you think I did it, then Krishna is okay, he's remote. He's okay, you are thinking you are doing it. Muda, you are a fool. Kartaham iti manyate. Who is thinking? A Muda. Kartaham vimudatma. That foolish soul, he's thinking he is doing, okay, let him think like that. Then you will immediately come to the next stage. You see, from Sattva-guna, you've fallen down to next stage. Because what is that fool thinking in the mode of passion? I am the one who is doing charity. And why is he doing? Because I am doing it. I need the recognition. I am such a big donor. I am the one who is actually giving. And you are receiving. So he is thinking like that. And if he falls even more lower consciousness, and what he will do charity for unworthy things also. That is charity in the mode of ignorance.
Like charity to, in
All bad
charity,
things.
ignorance will be to terror, to
Terrorism, so many things you can do.
Yeah.
I mean, the list
Illegal
is endless.
activities and all
All
those things.
illegal.
If that if you do, then that is in the mode of ignorance.
Yes.
We didn't finish reading actually all of the slokas.
Yeah.
You want to finish reading first the slokas?
Okay.
So we came to 8 to 10 actually. No, 8 to 10 we have to do now. 8, 10. Who would like to say?
ఉన్నవి 20.
I will do.
Anju Didi? Anju, you want to say? Okay.
Yeah. Foods in the mode of goodness increase the duration of life, purifying one's existence and giving strength, health, happiness, and satisfaction. Such nourishing foods are sweet, juicy, fattening, and palatable. Foods that are too
Palatable.
bitter, sour, salt, palatable. Foods that are too bitter, too sour, salty, pungent, dry, and hot are liked by people in the modes of passion. Such foods cause pain,
Distress
distress,
and
and
disease.
disease. Food, huh?
Huh.
3 hours before being eaten, which is tasteless, stale, putrid, decomposed, and unclean, is the food liked by the people in the mode of ignorance.
Now you can see most of the population, what we are doing is this. Most of our food is in the fridge. Most of the food is in the tin. Most of the food is inside the shelf in the malls, kept for few months. And such type of food, because of enhanced flavors and to hide the real decomposed nature, they are putting so many chemicals so that you won't really get to smell what the real uh, problem of that particular tin is. That's what we are all attracted to. And that's what we are eating actually. So we all are influenced by mode of ignorance very much because of the food that is, especially the tinned food that we are eating. And also we are used to eating very sour, pungent, hot, all these type of foods, which not only create, here it says, it cause a lot of pain, distress, and disease. You can see all of us are getting disease eating whatever foods because it's mode of passion. So most of the foods that all of us are used to is in the mode of passion and ignorance. Whereas another important thing is people are so used to not eating fresh cooked food anymore because people are thinking, calculating money wise. This takes about 2 hours, 1 to 2 hours of cooking, cleaning, you have to preparation, everything. Just call Uber or Swiggy and you're done. And both of us can start earning money. We can take jobs, or even if you don't have a job, there is so much enough entertainment, TV, everything we can see. So people have almost become ignorant about cooking fresh, eating fresh food anymore. The first advice everybody gets, if you have relatives or friends, when you come to America, they'll say, oh, you have to economize your time. So first you cook on a weekend enough quantity so that you can use 5 dabbas, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all the 5 dabbas, one bhaji or whatever you are eating, you prepare like that. And in the store, you will get all these ready-made chapati or whatever, then you can, that's how you eat. This is the first advice everybody is getting. And I think that's a trend nowadays, even in India. We have almost forgotten eating fresh food, but that is sattvic food. Of course, as a devotee is not even interested only in sattvic food. Of course, sattvic food will definitely increase your duration of life. It should increase your purify your one's existence. It should give you happiness and satisfaction. That's the first thing. So simple khichdi, if you can cook fresh every day, that will actually make you very happy. I can live over it. Every single day I can eat. But problem is devotees are not even interested even in sattvic food. We want to offer everything to Krishna, and we only want to eat Krishna prasadam, which is beyond sattva guna, shuddha sattva. That is the type of food we are supposed to eat. And food can be a very big topic. You can go on talking about food alone because that's majority of our life. Everybody has to spend so much time on this selection of food, ingredients, items, and the whole activity is in devotional life. It's a central part of devotion to Krishna, where we cook and clean and offer with the understanding, just like the stick. I am not the cook. Rather, I want to be an instrument in offering the food to Krishna so that I purify my consciousness. You are what you eat, right? So we want to eat only what is Krishnized. The prasadam also, the food is Krishnized. The same food, same plate you are offering, same roti, rice, dal, sabji, everything. But when it is offered to Krishna, it is Krishnized. When you eat that, you become Krishna conscious. So that is the idea with which you are doing, and we understand even our kitchen is actually belongs to Radharani, and it is Radharani who can actually cook for Krishna, and we are just her servant. So we keep the kitchen clean, the pots clean, ingredients clean, everything, our consciousness, we keep it clean so that we offer everything to Krishna, and then we only honor that type of food. So, any question there or a comment?
रीटा माता जी आप पढ़ सकते हो अभी 11, 12?
Yes, Mataji.
हाँ.
Of sacrifices, the sacrifice performed according to duty and to scriptural rules and with no expectation of reward is of the nature of goodness.
So
Next one.
Sattva-guna, so basic quality of Sattva-guna means you are already practicing the first sutra which Krishna told in the second chapter, without expecting anything, to perform duty without expecting anything. So not only duty, even by the sacrifice also, you are not expecting anything. Moment you expect, you fall down from Sattva-guna to Rajoguna.
This is talking about sacrifice like yagya that they were following. They were having the yagyas in the olden days. So now we are doing the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is a yagya. We are doing the yoga dharma.
Sankirtan yagya.
Yagya.
Sankirtan yagya.
Okay. That is why we keep saying that you should not have any desires when you are chanting, chanting, because according to this sloka, we are saying that.
Yes.
12 also you can read, Mataji?
Yes.
12th one. 12. But that sacrifice performed for some material end or benefit or performed ostentatiously out of pride of the nature of passion, O chief of the Bharatas.
You can go on for
means, stubborn.
Okay. You can chant the 13th one also. You can read the 13th one also.
And that sacrifice performed in defiance of scriptural injunction, in which no spiritual food is distributed, no hymns are chanted, and no remunerations are made to the priests, and which is
faithless.
That sacrifice is of the nature of ignorance.
Correct.
Actually, I have not enlarged, so it is very small. That is the reason.
Okay.
So this is clear. This is clear. Sacrifice is clear.
Yeah.
Okay. So somebody else can.
Hema Didi, you can say 14 and 15.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, I'll read.
Yes.
I'll just increase it. Yeah. austerity of speech consists in speaking
No,
truthfully.
14.
Oh, 14. Okay. The austerity of the body consists of in this worship of the Supreme Lord, the Brahmanas, the spiritual master, and the superiors like the father and mother. Cleanliness, simplicity, celibacy, and non-violence are also austerities of the body. Austerity of speech consists in speaking truthfully and beneficially and in avoiding speech that offends. One should also recite the Vedas regularly. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Maybe you can tell the 16th one also.
Okay. And serenity, simplicity, gravity, self-control, and purity of thought are the austerities of the mind. Hare Krishna.
So you have to manasa, vacha, karmana. You also have to be clean in all the three aspects. So Krishna is talking about how to keep your body clean, how to keep your speech clean, manasa, vacha, karmana, and your mind clean. So all the three he's explaining here. How to make all the three things clean. So for speech, he's talking satyam bruyat, priyam bruyat, hitam bruyat. You see, the three things. Satyam priya, hitam priya, vakyam. See, anudvegakaram vakyam, satyam priya, hitam cha yat, swadhyayabhyasanam chaiva van mayam tapa uchyate. So you have to learn to satyam bruyat, priyam bruyat, hitam bruyat. You have to talk the truth.
హైలైట్ చేయి రాజు.
Hmm?
ఈ శ్లోకం కొంచెం హైలైట్ చేస్తే బాగుంటుంది. How
Okay.
one has
So,
to speak.
yeah, one has to speak satyam. You have to speak truth. But just because I know the truth, you don't want to hurt somebody. So you don't hurt somebody. So you have to priyam bruyat. You also have to learn how to speak nicely. Priyam bruyat. And just because you know how to say softly also, but you have to consider the third aspect, hitam bruyat. Is it going to help him if I tell this truth? So you have to have the discretion power also. So that is the austerity of speech. Now, this is at one level. Now, and the next level, if a person, if a devotee is advanced, the same speech, now, even if it is sometimes not very palatable, but he knows the hitam is very, very high. The hitam factor becomes very high. Then, even if I am not able to speak it in a very palatable manner, but the other two aspects are very, very high, the hitam
It's like
factor is
it's
the
like having a bar. A bar. You just imagine having bar. The hitam is so big.
yes,
So then, this and this is not so important.
important.
Hitam is more important. Like
Hitam
that.
is so important. Just like the doctor, he knows the patient is suffering. So sometimes it's not palatable. I can't give a sugar coated medicine. This guy needs only an injection. Otherwise, he will die. So the doctor will not care. Okay, I understand he needs a sugar coated pill, but I am not able to give in this case. I will give you an injection. But why he knows the hitam for that patient is very, very high. That is what I'm going to give. So in that case, like a pure devotee, he will say sometimes, you rascal, you are rotting in this world, you better listen to me. So a pure devotee like Prabhupada can take the liberty and scold disciples like us and say, you're a fool and a rascal, that you are not able to understand. You wake up. You rascal,
So nice.
fool, wake up. Yes,
Very true, very true.
yes. But if you cannot see the hitam when you're in your speech out of your ahankar, oh, I know so many slokas, you don't know, you're a stupid fellow. I'm going to recite the slokas, you listen to me. That I'm not seeing the hitam, but I'm only seeing my ahankar. I am better than you. That is not recommended here. And now, another level of austerity of speech, Prabhupada says, is the best austerity of speech is Dharudrikena. If you do not know how to put Krishna in your speech, then whatever you speak is like Dharudrikena, means like a frog. You are back kar raha hai continuously. It is stupid. Why? Because if the frog is croaking all the time, who will come? Snake will come. I'm here, come and eat me. So like that is stupid talk. You should completely avoid gossip. But 24 hours, if you can fill your talk with Krishna, please do it. That way, snake cannot come because there is no useless talk. It's only filled with Krishna. So this is austerity of speech, and Prabhupada says this is silence. Devotee is talking 24 hours, but he is silent. He is silent with material sound. There is no material gossip. So that is silence. Now we are talking 24, now 2 hours, 1 hour we are talking. This is silence. This is austerity of speech. So this is how you offer your speech to Krishna. So, and your purity of your body. So body is very, very simple. Actually, Prabhupada says you have to maintain a very simple lifestyle. Your maintenance should be so simple for your body. You have to have cleanliness. Of course, cleanliness means it's very basic. You have to take bath at least once every day, if not, more than that. But as Brahmanas who are doing deity worship, they worship, they take bath at least thrice. Maybe in Western countries, so cold, maybe not practical, at least twice, once before going to sleep and after you wake up. And then, of course, Prabhupada's deity worship standard is even higher. Every time you go inside the altar, before that you take a bath, which is really high standard. And then celibacy. Celibacy is for the cleanliness of the body. So how is it practiced by devotees, grihasthas? Grihasthas are recommended cleanliness, celibacy simply by engaging in sexual activity only for the sake of procreation. If there is no procreation, then they are as good as celibates. So Prabhupada said, all my grihastha disciples, if they follow my instructions, they are more than sannyasis. And non-violence, Prabhupada explained, we also spoke about this in the 16th chapter. Non-violence means if you are not advancing in spiritual consciousness, in Krishna consciousness, then you are doing violence on the soul because you are going to put that soul through another body, and that is severe violence. And of course, to worship the Brahmanas and the spiritual master, and including father and mother, that is all the austerity of the body. So these are all very important. And for the mind, what is very important, the austerity for the mind is to be very simplistic, simple living, high thinking, and you're very self-controlled. Self-controlled just like the tortoise. You open your senses only for the purpose of doing Krishna conscious activity. Otherwise, you withdraw your senses. That is self-control. Gravity means you don't talk unnecessarily. Unless somebody is volunteers and asks, can I understand this? Then you speak. Otherwise not. And purity of thought. How do you maintain purity of thought? By constantly reading scripture. So these are all the austerities of the mind. So that way you become manasa vacha karmana, you become pure. And this is necessary before you approach Vishnu. Otherwise you cannot. Go to 17. Any questions there? Comment.
మాయ గారు మీరు చెప్తారా?
అని చెప్పలేదు నువ్వు.
Your daddy
Oh,
can
Lakshmi
say.
aunty is saying something.
ఫస్ట్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ది శ్లోక అనుద్వేగకరం వాక్యం, దాన్ని చెప్పలేదు నువ్వు. అంటే వాట్ వి స్పీక్ షుడ్ నాట్ కాజ్ anxiety or high emotions in the other person.
I thought I said hitam, priyam. You have to speak in a priyam way.
హితం చేయరు. అవి 3 ఆస్పెక్ట్స్ వేరు. ఫస్ట్ థింగ్ అనుద్వేగకరం వాక్యం. అంటే అవతల వాళ్ళు
Not agitating. Yes. Without agitating the other person.
Yes. అది.
Yes. Yeah, you have to be very gentle. You have to be very gentle. Yes. Correct. You should not agitate that person. Don't shake him up.
But sometimes when we are preaching, we don't want to agitate.
Yeah, that is hitam.
Hitam becomes more important. So then, maybe our goal might be that we want to, this is for regular, but when we are preaching, then it becomes sometimes, we have some situations that we might say something and it might hurt someone, but we have to tell the truth only, right? So
correct. So that is by sometimes what happens is, out of our lack of maturity of speech, we might be saying like that, but by practice you will get it.
Yes.
But you are, even though there might be some inconvenience or whatever agitation you might have created in your preaching, but because it is not for your personal gain, Krishna will excuse you.
Yeah.
So that is a different aspect. But this is in general, if it is not for preaching, if you are just doing a normal, you are conducting yourself in a society, what auntie is saying, yes, you should not agitate anybody.
Yes.
With your speech. That is correct.
Yeah. In day-to-day life, if you are on the sattva guna, you should not agitate. That is a correct way. Correct. Very true.
Okay, thanks for catching that.
We were on the 17th, I think.
Yeah.
Your daddy wants to.
Yeah.
This threefold austerity practiced by men whose aim is not to be benefit themselves materially, but to please the Supreme, is of the nature of goodness.
Correct.
18 also. 18 and 19 also you can go on.
Those ostentatious penances and austerities which are performed in order to gain respect, honor, and reverence are said to be the mode of passion. They are neither stable nor permanent. And those who practice the austerities which are performed foolishly by means of obstinate self-torture or to destroy or injure others are said to be in the mode of ignorance.
So it is very clear here, from those in the mode of goodness who practice austerities is meant only to please the Supreme Lord, and there is no other reason. Purification is also not the most important part, but even though that is important for us as a disciple for practicing, but the real reason has to be only to please the Supreme Lord and nothing else and nobody else. And anything falling short of that comes under Rajoguna or Tamoguna. Rajoguna is very clear. Everything is for me. for me, I want this, I want to become famous, I want to become beneficial. That is Rajoguna. They're propelled by that. And you can see all over, people are all the time who are in Rajoguna. It is like bold, underlined, highlighted. Their actions and speech, you can very, very clearly understand. Neenunnanu, nak kavali. Very, very prominent. And those who are in the even lower consciousness, they want to hurt others. They will do anything. They're jealous like snake. They're very, very bad in their intention. They don't want you to have it. And they will go to any length to actually to hurt you. Even if they have to hurt themselves, they're happy because they will hurt you. This is mode of ignorance.
That is like Hiranyakashipu's sister.
Yes.
That was
Yes.
the idea.
Yes. Like Hiranyakashipu's sister. She doesn't mind. Of course, she did not think she will get burnt. But her idea is to hurt Prahlad. Okay, next. Somebody else can do.
That gift which is given out of duty at the proper time and place to a worthy person and without expectation of return is considered to be in charity in the mode of goodness.
Yes.
But charity performed with the expectation of some return or with a desire for fruitive results or in a grudging mood is said to be charity in the mode of passion. But charity performed at an improper place and time and given to unworthy persons and without respect and with contempt is charity in the mode of ignorance.
So this is very, very clear, simple. Now you can see the best charity you can find in Bhagavatam is given by Dadichi. Dadichi, it's a very nice story. The whole story is very, very wonderful, interesting story. When Indra was confronted by Vritsasura. Vritsasura is also a great king only before Chitraketu Maharaj, who also had a previous 3 lives. Chitraketu Maharaj's life is actually discussed, and then he becomes this demon because some Brahmanas chanted a mantra wrongly. They wanted to create a demon who is an enemy of Indra, but when during chanting, they chant the Ucharana a little longer, Dirga, they make it, and he becomes a friend of Indra. So this friend of Indra does not kill Indra because they are friends. Originally, Chitraketu Maharaj was a great friend of Lord Shiva. So he was so great friend of Shiva, Shiva would send him like his Uber. Every time he'll send one airplane and bring him, come to Kailasha. So that thick friend Chitraketu Maharaj was. But he saw one time Parvati sitting on Shiva's lap. He feels little funny because Shiva was giving Bhagavatam class and he was talking about celibacy, and it sounded little contradictory for him. Arey, you're talking of celibacy and you're keeping your wife on your lap? Like that in his mind he thought, and he smiled in a way that Parvati got offended. How can you offend my Lord? And you are fit to be a demon. And she curses and he becomes a demon. So that's how, then of course he doesn't take any offense. Parvati said so I'm happy to accept the body of a demon. So he becomes Vritsasura. And when Vritsasura tries to come, Indra is thinking he's going to kill me. Then Vritsasura says, my dear friend, I am not here to kill you. But anyway, if that is your desire to kill me, you cannot kill me. You need to collect the bones of a particular Brahmana who's done only tapasya all his life. So to him you go and get his bones, and with that you make one weapon, and with that you can actually kill me. So now Indra had no other choice, but he goes to this Brahmana, and that Brahmana is Dadichi. Dadichi Maharaj is so great that imagine you're asking for your bones. What does that mean? You
Want to
better
kill him.
die. Yeah, you better die and you give me your bones. That's what he's saying. Indra is saying actually. So see, Dadichi is so great. Why this story is mentioned is because Dadichi is saying, you are such a great personality. Indra is not a small person. He is a king of all the devatas. So you have come to me for something. That means I have something worthy. You think it is worthy, but I don't think it is. I'm worthy of anything. But in exchange, can I ask something? He says, yeah, sure. You can ask anything you want. I want to know every single thing that you know about how to be serving Vishnu. What is that jnana that you have? You give me all that in exchange. That is the only thing I want from you. Otherwise, I don't need anything. You can take my bones happily. Can you imagine? That is what the highest level of charity. He is ready to give his entire life just to gain what? Whatever little Indra knows about Vishnu, how to be a servant of Vishnu, that if I can gain a little bit, I'm ready to give my life. This is charity. This is the level of charity. So Bhagavatam, of course, explains if you want to offer your charity, praner, arther, diya, vacha, all four you should offer to Vishnu. Everything. And how do you offer? When it is, suppose you have fruits. How do you offer fruits to Vishnu? Or for temple, when you go to the temple?
Has to
The
be ripe.
best fruits. Nice, best fruits. Will you give anything old, which is almost going to be rotten, overripe? Anything will you give like that? I don't think so.
No.
That's not a good consciousness. Like that, when our body, mind, consciousness, everything is in the prime youth, that is when we should be offering ourselves to Vishnu. But then people don't have that consciousness. That's different.
I
So
wanted
that
to
is,
ask
yeah,
who
sure.
wanted to chant the next. We have only four more slokas.
More. Yeah.
Yeah. Who wants to chant? Who didn't get chance? Maybe I forgot.
23rd.
23rd we actually covered before, but you can read again.
But you can read. Anybody who wants to read?
Can I read if nobody is there to chant? To
Yeah,
read?
yeah,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah,
Please
you
read.
can
నేను
read.
చదివిదా
మీరు రెండు చదవండి. Let mother-in-law read 2. 23,
Yeah,
24 మీరు చదవండి. 25 to 28 Himadidi you can read.
Okay.
ఓకే
Attama.
From the beginnings of creation and three syllables
Syllables.
and last and the Om Tat Sat been used to medicate the
Indicate.
supreme absolute truth. Indicate the supreme absolute truth, Brahman. They are uttered by Brahmana
Brahmanas.
while chanting Vedic humans and during sacrifices for the satisfaction of the Supreme. Hare Krishna. Thus
So I'm not. Okay,
Thus-
next.
thus the
Transcendentalist.
transcendentalist
Undertake.
చెప్పండి.
Undertake.
Yeah, అత్త చదువు.
నేను చదివినా?
చదువు.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Thus the transcendentalists undertake sacrifices, charities, and penances, beginning always with Om to attain the Supreme.
Yes.
Next chadana.
Yeah.
One should perform sacrifice, penance, and charity with the word Tat. The purpose of such transcendental activities is to get free from the material entanglement.
Correct.
Very nice. Maybe now,
So
Hemaditi, you can chant.
just a little summary. I'll not cover the whole thing in detail. We have covered Om Tat Sat before. So here what it is saying is transcendentalists means all who are on the path of spiritual life. They are called transcendentalists. All,
May I read?
anybody, any type of sadhu, devotee, yogi, anybody, they're all considered transcendentalists. All those people are always using these three words, Om
Okay.
Tat Sat, Om Tat Sat. That's the point. And basically, Om Tat Sat in summary means there are three aspects of doing all types of Vedic, reading scripture, charity, penance, anything. Basically, there are three purposes. The three purposes I've told several times, but I can repeat, which is Sambandha Gyan, Abhideya, and Prayojana. Sambandha, Abhideya, Prayojana. Sambandha means our connection with the Supreme Lord, with Atma and Paramatma. Abhideya means the process you are using. And Prayojana means the purpose, the end result. That is Prayojana. Tat. Tat means that. So it begins with Om, it ends with Tat. Like that. So that's what these three slokas are really referring to. So yeah,
Okay.
Hemaditi can chant 26, 27, 28.
Okay. Hare Krishna. The absolute truth is the objective of devotional sacrifice, and it is indicated by the word Sat. These works of sacrifice, of penance, and of charity, true to the absolute nature, are performed to please the Supreme Person, O son of Partha.
Pruta.
But, sorry?
Pruta.
Prutha, okay. O son of Prutha. But sacrifices, austerities, and charities performed without faith in the Supreme are non-permanent. O son of Prutha, regardless of whatever rites are performed, they are called asat and are useless both in this life and the next. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
So the point is, just like we all also are doing a lot of sacrifices, but to pursue a material career or something like that, right? Even for material careers, like we might become a big doctor, engineer, scientist, anything we can be. But at the time of death, what is the meaning of all these things? Even after retirement, you have served like 30 or 40 years in one organization, or you got a very big name in a big organization. The next day after retirement, they will remove your name from everywhere in the organization, right? You're not dead. You just retired. But still, so much you thought you are, drawing power. You say something, I'm a big manager, I'm saying like this, I'm saying like that. Moment you're retired, your name is removed from everywhere. Taka, taka, taka. In front of your eyes, you can see everything being stripped away. Any value for that sacrifice? Gone. It's gone. Nobody remembers you. After 2-3 years in your organization, you don't even exist. I'm just talking about a material organization. So here Krishna is saying, if you are not doing your sacrifice, penance, charity for the Supreme Lord, but you did everything for your personal gain, all that is asat. It is gone. It has no permanent meaning. Just like Ravanasura. Oh, he made Suvarna Lanka. Not an ordinary thing. But everything got finished. With him only everything got finished. Nothing remains. But the worship of Dhruva Maharaj, today also we are talking, it's highlighted in Bhagavatam. Today we want to even recite Dhruva Maharaj's prayers. Because it is Sat. It is permanent. Today, see Prabhupada's sacrifice. He would sleep hardly 2 hours in a day. What kind of sacrifice, penance that is? For what? For whose purpose? For the purpose of writing his commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam. Today, every single person who is reading is becoming inspired. It's permanent work. So like that, any work, all these things, sacrifice, penance, charity, all these things, all our worship has to be dedicated only for Vishnu. That is the whole purpose of this entire chapter. Even though it comes under three shades of everything, whatever you see, the food, everything, the clothing, the thoughts, everything, the place, everything comes in three shades. Krishna is ultimately telling you go beyond the three shades. Make it Shuddha Sattva. That is the whole purpose. This entire thing is about Sankhya. There are 5 topics in Bhagavad Gita are very important. Anybody can repeat what the 5 topics are? Main 5 topics.
అధ్యాయాలా
5 aspects కృష్ణుడు చెప్తున్నాడు. 5 aspects Krishna is like category. One is about the Atma. Who am I? That is what the one topic is Krishna is covering. But where is the Atma? Even though Atma is spirit, Atma is not in a spiritual world. It is in the material world. So it's called Prakriti. So Krishna is talking about Prakriti. Second topic. So when you mix Atma, spirit and Prakriti together, there is a result which is karma. Karma. So already you got 3. One is spiritual nature, one is material nature. The combination is karma. Then there is a 4th topic, the influence of Kala, time. So that's a 4th topic Krishna talks about in the Bhagavad Gita. And there's a 5th topic, which is beyond the material world, which is beyond the Kala, which is beyond karma. There is somebody else. That is Krishna, the Supreme Lord himself. So these are the 5 major topics he's covering. And here in 16th and 17th and 15th, he's talking elaborately about the material nature. Like that. So now 18th chapter, he gives a summary, kind of a summary. Again, even the 2nd chapter was like a summary, but now 18th chapter is more like a summary with a conclusion. He gives the entire 18th. Is one of the longest chapters. I think 78 or slokas or something.
మోక్ష సన్యాస యోగం.
So that is like conclusion. Everything he concludes. So that might take a little longer than it'll be few classes.
Maybe few classes. And in this, we will go with the slokas that are repeatedly spoken by Prabhupada in his lectures. So those are considered our important slokas. So I think there will be about 15 or 20. I don't know how many slokas. You can go back in that and see how many slokas are there.
A lot. 1, 2,
a lot. Actually, from 42nd onwards only, all the slokas
18.
are
almost 20 slokas.
5 to 42 actually there are not so much. So maybe in the first class next time we can go from 5 to 41 sloka. We can just discuss those. So we can complete those, and then from 42 onwards we can start. Correct. So we'll do that next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this was a very nice class. We've already spoken about the 17th chapter, but we went back again in a better way. Yeah, Auntie, what were you saying?
ఆ లిస్ట్ ఏంటి శ్లోకాల లిస్ట్?
అది షార్ట్ లిస్ట్ చేసిన శ్లోకాలు.
అదే నువ్వు 108 శ్లోకాస్ అన్నావు.
108 తో పాటు we added some more and made it 255.
244 I think is there, but yeah, but we added couple of extra slokas also. I don't know finally. So we have a document which actually I told Prabhu we have to share that document with everyone. In
right? This
yeah, the Bhagavad Gita sloka, Bhagavad Gita.
ఆ లిస్ట్ ఒకసారి ఫోటో పెట్టి.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
ఎందుకంటే
Yeah, yeah.
ఆ లిస్ట్ ఒకటి పెట్టుకుంటే అవి ఫాలో అవ్వచ్చు.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు చూపించావు, జస్ట్
అవును.
రన్నింగ్ లో చూపించావు కదా,
Huh.
ఆ లిస్ట్
I'm
ఒక
just
ఫోటో
sharing.
వాట్సాప్ లో
I'll just put it in WhatsApp group.
Yeah, in the
పెట్టేసేయ్.
group you can
ఎందుకంటే
put it. It will be,
ఈ
yeah.
మొత్తం అంతా మళ్ళీ దాన్ని వెనక్కి ముందుకు వెళ్ళలేం కదా.
Correct.
No, but actually there is a document which we have made. So every time from that list only, we are adding the slokas. So up to 17th chapter, we have completed. Means as we go, we are making the document. There is no document, such document. We are creating actually this document. So up till 17th chapter, we have made this document. Only 18th chapter. Now next week, I'll plan to make the whole document. Maybe I can finish it off 18 slokas, put it, and the entire document will be ready, and you can actually go through that
Like a
and
slideshow, you can
memorize.
repeat that. Yeah, I can memorize.
Yeah,
Basically, these are recommended slokas to memorize.
yeah.
ఈ
In
2
fact, for
weeks
Bhakti Sastri course, we have only 108. So if we can,
Make it like
108 slokas we did before, and this was the second time when we are doing. So this has more slokas. We added more slokas. So there is a book
108
actually where we got this is from one book is there.
1 second. She's saying something.
108 ఒక లిస్ట్ పెట్టు,
Huh.
ఇవన్నీ
108.
కలిపినాక ఇంకొక లిస్ట్ పెట్టేసి
Correct,
రెండు
correct.
పిక్చర్స్ పోస్ట్ చేసావంటే ఇట్ విల్ బి ఈజీ.
I have a desire. My desire is I want to have 108 students learning 108 slokas.
ఓకే,
That will be awesome.
లెట్ మీ బి వన్ ఆఫ్ దెమ్.
Yes.
And
అంత వస్తాయి లేదు చెప్పలేను.
Oh, you will easily
you
get
can,
250
yeah.
also. 700 also, you know.
అబ్బా అంతేం
Yeah.
లేదు, ముసలాళ్ళం అయిపోయి మెమరీ వెళ్ళిపోయింది.
Actually, you won't believe, for this you don't need material memory.
Ade.
That is the beauty of
Actually,
this.
there is one Prabhupada disciple. She got highest level of Alzheimer's. Is it called Alzheimer's when you lose memory? Alzheimer's.
మెమరీ లాస్.
Memory loss.
Yes.
So she cannot recognize her own son. She cannot recognize. She is 90 something. Completely ante entakana memory loss undadu. So she is a disciple of Prabhupada. When she was young, she used to chant Hare Krishna in a particular voice, in a particular tune, and so beautiful. Very nice singing, Hare Krishna. So she'll forget everything, but when anybody reminds her of Hare Krishna, she will sing so beautiful, same tune, same Hare Krishna. That she never forgot. So this is a different account altogether.
అంతేలే, సమ్ థింగ్స్ కెనాట్ బి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్.
Yes.
అన్నిటికీ ఒకటే క్రైటీరియా ఉండదు.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So we'll stop the class here. We'll chant 3 times Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare.
Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki,
Jai,
Bhagavad Gita पाठ की,
Jai,
Srila Prabhupada की,
Jai.